Good morning guys, start of a work week, so I thought I'd bring you along. So I'll show you this as well. I just got some new shoes because my old shoes keep getting damaged, so shout out to Fila. Let's check these out. Super comfy, super cheap because they get damaged on the very tip from adjusting as well. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. So I made it into the office, so now I'm just having a quick recap of this morning's patients, get myself together, and got about 5 minutes until the first patient turns up. Got a report of findings, so I want to see if I can do a little bit of video footage. He's a big boy, hopefully I can adjust him, but we'll soon see. It'll be the test of my skills. For the big guys it's got to be a bit quicker, but usually they're pretty rigid, so sometimes they move quite well. But we'll see how it goes, so I'll keep you posted. So you got this, now I'm looking at it, you can see it's quite obvious. So this here is straight.
Yeah.
So it's like real flat and then it curves again.
Yeah.
This straightening effect is usually compensation from a bad joint down a bit lower.
Yeah.
And then also it's the colour of your skin's a bit different in this area.
Sure.
Have you ever noticed that, or can't see it? Eh?
No, I've never really.
Yeah. Can't really see it. Let me see it. The bottom. Where do you feel it more on those? Middle,
Top and bottom.
I'm going to check the shirt back on. Can take a sip over the x-rays. Yeah, so what we're looking at is your pelvis. We focus on this one, that's your pelvis. Looking at you from behind. So obviously left side, right side, top of the left hip, top of the right hip. So you want to check the heights. So left side, right side. So just a little bit low on the right side. Top of the left leg, top of the right leg. A little bit low on the right side as well. And this bone through the middle, that red line should run. So that bone over there is going to be this. So in essence what your body's doing is it's doing this, low on that right side, and then it makes this bit here go to that left hand side. So if we look at this as the foundation, 24-story building, which is going to be 24 vertebrae, stacks up on top of this, right? So you want to make sure that you have this level, so that the rest of them become level. Through the lower back, that's not too bad, a little bit of a bend to the left, which when we go through the mid back continues on, bit of a curve there. This area here, that's going to be that one where it straightens straight up above it, but you can see it does a bit of a curve, and then there it sort of does a straightening effect, so we'll look at adjusting that one for sure. As a result, just keeps flowing on to the top. Now, example neck, this one's yours. So what we see with this one is the nice curve, heads over top of the shoulders, acts as a spring. But if we be more particular, we want to look for the vertebrae that have done this, right? That have fallen off, become stuck. So if I put some lines on yours, the one that I can see most obviously would be this one. So if these two lines were parallel together, right, like that, that would tell us that the disc is like this, or the vertebrae is like that. If it's done this, then it'll come together at those two back sides, like that. That's in the middle of the neck as well, that's the one you feel, hey, the most.
Yeah.
Just like that thoracic, or that straightening area through your back over there. See how this 1, 2, 3 and 4, they're all like in a straight line?
Yep.
And if I was to put a ruler up against it, you could see it like that. They're all in a straight line when they shouldn't really be in a straight line. So in essence, what we end up doing is we end up adjusting this one. We've got to get under it. So it's done this. We've got to get under it, lift it, push it forward to try and get it more parallel. In essence, what that will do is it will go like this. Tilt it like that.
Okay.
That seems to be a main one. We'll check the top as well, because you might have an issue up there. They're on the side, bro. Which side was it? Right side. Let's go that way.
Face the wall?
Yeah. Let's get closer to the end, bro. Yeah. Give that a push up that way. Alright, let's go to the other side. See if I can pull it. Bring that down. Then this top there. Scoot the hips forward again. Lift your pelvis up, bro. It's going to reach my hand underneath. Okay, I'm going to pull up like that. Okay. So very nice and loose. Nice. Feel that move there?
Good.
You feel that?
Yep.
So I've got to push this forward and I'm going to twist it down like that. Drop that belly down as far as you can go.
Artlist.io.
Very nice and loose. Nice. Yeah, you feel that move?
Yeah, felt good.
Now that pain you're complaining of, it's in this area, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's not up here, that's a separate, completely different problem to this one.
It's not shooting down my shoulder.
When I press in or when I bring the head? I'll press in.
Certain movements.
Yeah. And is it the left shoulder that it shoots down?
Yeah.
I'm going to just thrust through like that, okay? So just go nice and loose. Okay. Nice. Feel that move? So I'll just do a quick recap of what I did with that patient. So their main complaint was their cervical pain. Big boy, plays rugby league, injured his neck tackling. So what really is going on is he's got quite a posterior inferior C5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, posterior inferior C5. So when it comes to with him, the key is to really get that lift, really get that inferior component out of the adjustment. But as we can see when you see him, and especially when I point to his X-ray, he's got quite a big neck, so very hard to be specific and really get under that. There's a lot of tissue in the way. Big boy, so yeah, obviously it's going to take a little bit to get it, but I'm adamant that if we stick with it, we'll end up really getting a good result. It's also very, very swollen as well. Let me show you that X-ray. So you can see that the inferior C6 and then the other 4 vertebrae, C1, C2 to C4, are all stacking up on top of it. Also you can see how short that spinous process is compared to the C6. So that's going to be a trouble to get under it, and then also how thick he is also leads to some challenges. But just from my experience, it's going to take a little bit to get that lift on it and hopefully get him a good result. That might be it for today's episode. Might film some more and upload them in the following days. But anyway, if you're not getting adjusted, make sure to go see your chiropractor, get it checked out, stay on top of your spinal injuries. That way it might never give you problems ever again. And yeah, so peace. Join me next time. Make sure to follow the journey, get adjusted, stay well.